We're here at Mobile World Congress 2011 in Barcelona, and I'm with Visioglobe in our joint partner Imagination Technologies booth. I'm here to find out a little bit more about VisioDevKit, which is a new software development kit with 3D rendering capabilities, including sample data from Navteq. So, Hector, tell me a little bit about the SDK.
Hi, Mimmis. So we're really happy. We have an SDK called VisioDevKit that's already available at the NN4D website. And it's very nice, simple SDK to get you started on enhanced 3D models, enhanced 3D 3D models. Here's an example application. It shows you how to lay out lines on top of the 3D scene, how to add interactive elements on the scene. On this you can get started within an hour. You can have this started. It comes with a small subset of the city of Munich, but all the other enhanced 3D city models are available. We can process them for you. You can create applications using them very easily.
Excellent. So this software development kit is downloadable from Navteq Network for developers, NN4D.com. And it comes with a 90-day evaluation license.
90-day free trial, so you can try for free for 90 days, for 3 months. And then after that, then you can contact us for either a renewal license or perhaps to get you started on your project. Right now, the SDK is available for the iPhone application, for the iPhone platform, iOS, iPad. But it will also be available soon for the Android as well. We're just doing some finishing touches.
Excellent. So what are some of the main features of the SDK? What can a developer do with it?
So the SDK is a really high-level SDK for cities. So you use primitives like GPS coordinates, longitude, latitude. You can add points, images, POIs to the scene. You can add lines, different weights, different colors. You can add lines that are constant size, constant pixel size as well. So you can do a lot of little things to increase the application. The idea here is really to let you focus on the product, let you focus on the content that you know how to manipulate. Use the enhanced 3D models, use the 3D 3D models to create a support for your services. And leave the 3D handling to us. That's what the engine does, it lets you do the city. You can eventually incorporate your own 3D models to the scene as well.
So this SDK is really something that is making effective use of the underlying graphics acceleration technology and has been optimized for that?
That's right. So we work closely with our partners, Imagination Technologies. So we understand very well the hardware, so we can make sure the engine runs as efficiently as possible in that hardware.
Excellent. Okay, so what does a developer do to get started, except for downloading the SDK? You know, what are some of the steps to take?
So the steps, there are a handful of steps. You first download the SDK, you receive with it a license code, then you create the sample application to get the license code from the machine. With the code from the device, you go to a website with your license, you create a new file that says you can use the SDK on this device, and you can use the SDK up to 5 devices. So you can create an application to give it out for someone to try it. After that, with that license, you actually install it on the device with the regular SDK, and then you can actually have this application running in less than an hour.
Great. So, are there any specific 3D rendering aspects that you would like to point out on the SDK?
So one aspect I like to point out is the fact that as a programmer, you don't need to know anything about 3D. So we're the 3D specialists, so we use a lot of different technologies to make sure the application runs smoothly, very fluidly. We render the triangles, we change the altitude, and so we include many elements like fog to make sure that the things in the distance don't look, that they fade out well. We can change the lighting, but it's really the SDK is made for the non-specialist.
Okay.
So that they get you started really easily. You don't have to worry about loading things, unloading things, making sure that what you're doing when you have low memory conditions.
Right.
We take care of that for you.
Okay. So if you're an application developer, if you're really hardcore graphics developer, you're probably better off using Imagination Technologies SDK, the Power VR SDK. And if you're a developer that doesn't have that deep knowledge graphics skill set, then you want to focus on the application functionality and the user interface maybe, and the interfacing with the Navteq data, then this would be more appropriate.
Right. And it also will depend on the amount of time they have.
Yeah.
We spend many years building this engine. Yeah. So it's not that you're going to be able to have this functionality overnight. Even if you're a 3D professional. So depending if you're, if you want close time to market, you want to deliver the application without too much work, then this is the SDK. If you want to do some very, very special, custom, fancy work, then perhaps another SDK might be more suitable.
All right, thank you very much. So go download the SDK on nn4d.com/VisioDevKit, and you get a 90-day free evaluation license with it. So get started today.